multiply endlessly. A desert of sand, sand in the wind, grains, piles of grain, wood, logs, stacked rotting leaves, bark, tiles, cobblestones, chipped stones, concrete, asphalt, road, sidewalk, road, train tracks. This building is like the most boring ever. It just goes on forever. Rows of blue plastic train chairs, woolen sweater, rumbling of the train, rain, dripping water. I saw some cherry blossoms the other day. People on the phone. Rocks. Flats, window, window, flats. Railroad building train. Cranes, cranes. Birds, beaks, nests, eggs. Knitted socks. Empty basket. Those trees look awesome. Corrugated iron. Of a metal or surface, shaped into a series of parallel ridges with grooves so as to give added rigidity and strength. Cow horses. Yellow, green, thing going on. Rigid, fluted. Look up other synonyms of corrugated. Roof, solar panel, honeycomb, Da Vinci, magnetic fields. Christmas, timetables, courtship. Marriage, sharing posts, liking photos. Cemetery, mourning, car park. Plane sitting on glass distortion. Fish scales, music scales. Tenor, timber, crops, cattle. Rusty bike chain, grease. Clack, keyboard. Seasons. A comforting feeling. Reassuring repetition. Less than 1% of what the world spent every year on weapons was needed to put every child into school by the year 2000, and yet it didn't happen. The loss of 443 million school days each year from water-related illness. 550 billion has been paid in both principal and interest over the last 3 decades on 540 billion of loans, and yet there is still a $523 billion debt burden. $1 trillion compounded at 10% per year became 117 trillion in 50 years and 13.78 quadrillion in 100 years, about 3.5 million for every man, woman, and child in the third world. Their debt is 50% greater than this and has been compounding at twice that rate. Over 20% per year between 1973 and 1993, from 100 billion to 1.5 trillion. Only 400 billion of the 1.5 trillion was actually borrowed money. The rest was runaway compound interest. Fit in 25 minutes. It is estimated that 78 million dogs and 85.8 million cats are owned in the United States. Number of living languages, 6,912. Number of those languages that are nearly extinct, 516. The EU produced 1.3 million tons of aquatic organisms in 2016, worth 4.4 billion euros. That's a mind-blowing number. Double the meditation in half the time. Just to put this into perspective, if you count one number a second without stopping until you reach 1 billion, you'd be counting for 31 years, 259 days, 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 40 seconds. But what does this have to do with fashion? The world bridal wear market reached almost 57 billion in 2015. Labor productivity also more than doubled in that period in U.S. textile mills, and nearly doubled in footwear manufacturing. 23,000 people attend New York Fashion Week per year. 116,000 each fashion week. So, there we have it, 25 staggeringly huge numbers. Concrete experimentation, reflection, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation, activists, reflectors, theorists, pragmatists, perception, processing, converging, diverging, assimilating, accommodating, concrete experimentation, reflection, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation, activists, reflectors, theorists, pragmatists, perception, processing, converging, diverging, assimilating, accommodating, concrete experimentation, reflection, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation, activists, reflectors, theorists, pragmatists, perception, processing, converging, diverging, assimilating, accommodating, concrete experimentation, reflection, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation, activists, reflectors, theorists, pragmatists, perception, processing, converging, diverging, assimilating, accommodating, concrete experimentation, reflection, abstract conceptualization, active experimentation, activists, reflectors, theorists, pragmatists, perception, processing, converging, diverging, assimilating, accommodating, concrete experimentation.